Alrighties. Bring the soles of your feet together, knees out wide, taking your hands clasped around your toes, gently drawing against your feet as you lift into your spine, encouraging your knees down toward the floor as you lift through your upper body, finding your breath. Inhale and exhale, folding forward over your feet, dropping your elbows to the insides of your legs, and gently encouraging your knees down a little further, scooping in through your belly. And begin to lift up, taking your left leg under and your right leg over, stacking your knees on top of one another. And if it feels a little too strong on your hips, take a block, a bolster, or a cushion underneath your hips to give you a little bit more lift. And settling in. And taking the left arm under and the right arm over, intertwining your forearms, maybe bringing the backs of the hands together or looping them around. Start to raise your arms up until you feel a nice stretch through the neck and shoulders. Keep lifting nice and tall through your spine and grounding down through your hips. And lower your elbows, unravel your forearms, and lower your arms by your sides. And we'll swap the legs over, taking the right leg under and the left leg over the top. Stacking your knees on top of one another. Hips are grounded. Sitting up nice and tall with your shoulders relaxed. Take the right arm under and the left arm over, bringing the backs of the hands and forearms together or intertwining the arms. Bring the fingers and palms to touch and gently lift the elbows until you feel a nice stretch. Soften into your face. Just a couple more breaths here. And slowly unravel. Relax your arms by your sides. And unravel your legs. We'll bring our, come onto your knees, bringing your hips to your heels. We're going to be going into hero pose. So if this is a strong pose for you, just grab your prop again, placing it under your hips or sitting over a bolster. So start to take your feet out just beyond your hips and make sure that you maintain control through your core and know that you can lift up out of the pose anytime. So if you feel any sharpness or intensity through your knees, just come forward and come back to sit on your heels. Taking the feet out, lowering your hips in between your heels, and then bringing your feet in so they're nice and snug. And your knees are aligned with your hips, shoulders down away from your ears. Turn your palms up, resting the backs of your hands on your lap. And we'll take 5 breaths here. Try to relax into your hips and your legs. Last breath. Turn your palms down. Walk your hands forward. Lift your hips. Tuck your toes under. And we'll come back onto our feet into garland pose, malasana. So your feet are hip distance or even just a little wider apart with your heels under your hips and your toes turned out. And start by just sinking your hips down and growing nice and long through your spine. And once you're in a comfortable position, taking your upper arms to the insides of your legs and bringing your palms together. Gently pressing the arms into the legs to help open up through the hips and groins. And with your palms pressing together, taking the thumbs to the sternum. And staying here for a round of 5 breaths. If it's too strong, take a blanket under your heels. Inhale. Exhale. Lower your hands to the floor. We'll come over onto our knees again. We're going to go through a very modified version of sun salutes tonight. So we'll go through a series of cobra, child's pose, and downward dog. So let's start in child's pose, bringing your hips to your heels, taking your arms forward, and connecting with the floor beneath you. So palms are open, fingers and thumbs are spread nice and wide. Lower your forehead to the floor. Take a breath here. Exhale. And on your next inhale, taking the chest forward, chest floor. Then inhale, slowly peeling up. Exhale, lower down. Knees to the floor, tuck the toes, lifting back into downward dog. And we'll hold here for 3 breaths. If you need to modify, bringing your knees into a bit of a bend or knees to the floor in child's pose, if it's too strong. All right, on your next exhale, lower your knees to the floor. Bring your hips to your heels, keeping your arms extended forward, forehead to the floor. Take a breath. And diving forward, inhaling into cobra. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, pressing back, tuck the toes. And exhale, heels toward the floor, settling into downward dog for 3 breaths. Good. Exhale, knees to the floor. Come back into child's pose. Take a full breath. Inhale forward into cobra. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, press back. Tuck the toes. Exhale. Downward dog. Last time. 3 breaths. And release. Knees to the floor. Hips to your heels. Let's take our arms by our sides. Coming into child's pose. Take 2 breaths here. And then press yourself up. And come all the way up. Standing in mountain pose. Positioning your feet so that they're aligned under your hips. Lift your toes and spread them wide and lower them back to the mat. Lifting through your inner arches and grounding through the balls of your feet, your outer arches, your heels, your toes. And start to engage through the thighs. Gently engage through your core and your hips. Shoulders down away from your ears, reaching into your fingertips. Lifting through the spine into the crown of your head. And we'll stay here for 5 breaths. Extra challenge is to close your eyes as you hold this position. Being patient with each breath and being patient as you maintain stillness and simplicity in a world and often a mind that favors chaos and excitement. And exhale. Inhale, raising your arms up with your inhalation. Set your shoulders down your back, shoulder blades down your back as you keep reaching up into your fingertips. Inhale and exhale. Lower your right arm, bending through the right knee and reaching over to the right. Come back up to center. Raise your right arm up. Lower your left arm, bending through your left knee, reaching over to the left. Keep grounding down through your feet, coming back up. Let's do 2 more on each side. And just flow naturally from side to side with your breath. Exhaling to bend to the side. Inhaling to reach up. Or if you want to hold over to one side a little more, you can really fill the breath through this nice open rib area, directing the breath into the lungs, into filling that space. I don't know if we can anatomically do that, but energetically, yes, we will. And coming back up. And this is a special edition for Steffi. We're going to clasp the hands together and roll the shoulders back toward each other, opening up through your chest, sending the hands down to begin. Keep grounding down through your feet, nice and stable through your legs. Gently opening and expanding through the chest, navel drawing in. And start to raise the arms up. Staying here if you like, or bending your knees and folding forward over your thighs, taking your arms up and over. Holding here for a few more breaths, letting your head hang heavy, and gently encouraging your arms down toward the floor. Press down into your feet, engage through the core, Lifting up with your arms, coming all the way back up to standing. Release your hands, arms by your sides, coming back into mountain pose. Take a breath. Now raising one leg to come into tree pose. Modified version is to have your toes resting on the floor and the sole of your foot resting on the inside of your opposite angle. Angle? Ankle. Further still into the full expression of the pose, taking the sole of the right foot and pressing it into the left inner thigh and engage through that left thigh so that you've got a little bit of compression between your foot and your leg. And then ground down through that supporting foot and using your toes to create stability in your foot. So engaging through the toes helps to engage the ankle. And this engagement here helps to keep nice and stable through the legs. And we'll take our arms up, reaching up, and we'll hold here for another 5 breaths. Gazing at a point in front of you to help you maintain balance. Slowly release your arms, your foot, and taking that foot to the floor. Take a breath. Raising the left leg and either toes to the floor or bringing the sole of your foot up to your inner thigh. Engaging the right foot. So gripping your toes to the floor, lifting through the inner arch. Engaging the right thigh and pressing the foot into the thigh, gazing at a point in front of you. Strong through your core as you raise your arms up. Feeling your shoulder blades slide down your back. Taking your arms up and reaching into your fingertips. Steady breathing. Release. Lower your arms. Lower your leg. Take a breath. Stepping your feet out wide. And setting yourself up for side angle. So we'll turn the right toes out, bending through the right knee. You can bring your forearm to rest on your thigh or take your hand to a block or to the floor. I'm really feeling the modified version tonight, so I'm just going to keep resting my forearm on my thigh. But if you like, you can take your hand all the way to the floor, either in front of your foot with the shoulder pressing back into the knee, or on the outside of your foot, whichever one feels like comfortable for you. And stacking the knee above the ankle, raising the left arm up, bringing the arm alongside your ear. So wherever that lower arm is, it's there to offer support, but you should still have a lot of lift and engagement through your upper body. So we're not collapsing into that lower shoulder. We're lifting and lengthening through the torso, and this arm and shoulder are nice and active. So you could almost do without it, but it's just giving you a little bit of comfort and support there. One more breath on this side. And come all the way back up. Turn the right toes in and the left toes out, bending through the left knee, stacking the knee above your ankle, and coming over to the left side this time. Taking the top arm up and over, bringing the arm alongside your ear. Taking your gaze either forward or turning it up toward the sky. lifting up to stand. Turn both toes in. Lower your arms. Take a breath. Turning the right toes out. Left toes slightly in, bringing the arms to shoulder height, shifting the hips to the left as you reach to the right, lowering your hand to rest on your ankle or a block, and turning to look up towards your top hand. Option to come into extended triangle, so internally rotating the arm and bringing the upper arm to rest just above your cheek or ear. Inhale. Raise the arm up, press down into your feet, soft bend through the right knee as you come back up to stand. Turn the right toes in and the left toes out. Thighs are engaged, shifting the hips to the right, lowering to the left. And reaching up into your top fingertips. So again, it's that same rule of the hand is there for a little bit of support, but we're not collapsing into it. So you should be able to lift the hand up off your ankle or your block. Core is engaged. Nice. Soft bend through the left knee, lifting all the way back up to standing. Turning both toes in, lower your arms. We'll heel to our legs, our feet back together, bringing our legs together. Give your legs a little shake. It's our last standing pose before we make our way down to the floor. Crossing your right leg over your left. Modified version is to bring your toes to the floor here and bend through the legs. Sorry, it's a little bit tricky to see with black pants on. So legs crossed. And then you've got the support of your toes on the floor, dropping down into a squat as far as feels comfortable. Further still is to go into full eagle, where we wrap the toe around the back of the calf muscle. So right leg over, toe hugs around the back of the lower leg. Left arm under, right arm over. And just like we did earlier in our practice, either bringing the backs of the hands and forearms together or wrapping them around one another. And start to raise the elbows, gazing at a point in front of you to help you balance. Gently drawing in through the belly, just enough to help you stabilize. Keep breathing naturally. And release your arms like an eagle and unravel your legs. Come back to standing. Softly bend through the right leg, wrapping the left leg over the top, either toes to the floor, or tucking the big toe around the back or the side of your right lower leg. Now, right arm under, left leg, left arm over, opposite. Right arm under, left arm over, and intertwine them. And then gently drawing in through the belly, sitting down into your hips. Holding here, raising the elbows. Begin to unravel, fly your wings, and release your legs. Take a breath and a moment here. Just feeling that nice energy from our series of standing poses. And then finding your way down to the floor. Extend your legs and flex your toes back toward you. Taking your hands to your sides, pressing down into the mat, lifting up nice and tall. Staff pose is quite active, so you're active all the way from your toes up your legs. Your belly is drawing in, lower back is lifting forward. And just like in mountain pose, your upper body is lifting, lifting into the crown of your head, shoulders down away from your ears, and you're pressing down into your palms or your fingertips. And we'll hold here for another 3 breaths. And feel as if your heels are pressing away. Now, bring the left foot in, keeping your right leg extended. Bringing that sole of your foot to the right inner thigh. Lift and lengthen and fold forward, folding over your right leg, reaching for your foot. Hands will maybe rest either on your ankle, your shin, wherever you can, and using that point of contact to help you lift. So without holding it, you can passively fold forward. But with that holding point, you've got a little bit of leverage there to help you lift and draw forward and draw yourself a little deeper into the fold. So try scooping in through your belly to create space for the fold and come forward over that right leg. Slowly come up and change sides. Extend the left leg, bending the right, and bring the right foot, right sole of your foot to the left inner thigh. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Finding that point of contact and scoop in through your belly as you fold over your left leg. Release. Come back up and take both legs out. Now taking a forward fold, reaching for your big toes with your first 2 fingers hooked around your big toes. If you can't quite reach your toes, you can take a belt around the soles of your feet or hands to your shins. And same again, just drawing against that point of contact to help you lift. Scoop in through the belly. Thighs are active. Toes are flexing back toward you and the heels are pressing away and folding forward. Settling in. One more breath here. And release. Releasing your hold. Lifting back up. And crossing your legs. Just sit comfortably and breathe for just a couple of breaths. Seated version of a mini shavasana. Pause between poses to allow everything to assimilate. Beautiful. Reaching your hands forward and stepping back. You can take a downward dog or stay on all fours. And we'll step the right foot forward in between the hands and drop the back knee down, flattening your back foot. Take your hands to your front knee, coming into a lunge position. Allowing your hips to naturally soften and descend toward the earth beneath you. Staying nice and relaxed through your upper body. If you feel like you want an extra bit of stretch, you can clasp your hands behind you, roll the shoulders back, shoulder blades sliding in toward each other, and reach back, opening up through the chest. And release. Hands to the floor. Tuck the back toes and step back into downward dog. Step the left foot forward, drop the back knee to the floor, and flatten the back foot. Bringing your hands to your front knee. Taking your time to move into the full stretch. Allowing your hips to relax, not forcing or pressing the hips down, just focusing on relaxing and allowing the stretch to naturally deepen. And if you'd like to add the chest and shoulder stretch, clasping your hands together and reaching the hands down and back. And getting ready to release, taking your hands to your front knee and then to the floor. Step back onto all fours, a downward dog. Take a breath. And we'll take a child's pose here. Knees to the floor, hips to your heels, arms by your sides. Taking your time to hold here for 5 full breaths. Just noticing if your breaths are a little slower, maybe they feel a little bit more complete, and perhaps you feel a little bit more relaxed after your practice. And coming forward onto your belly. We're going to do a series of progressive spine or back extensions, which may lead into upward bow. And if that feels too strong, just stick to the extensions or come over into another spine pose that you enjoy, like bridge pose. So let's start with our arms down by our sides, forehead to the floor, and your feet are just naturally apart and about hip distance. We'll peel the chest up off the floor, raising the arms up, reaching back to the fingertips, and raise the legs as well. Holding here for a couple of breaths. And exhale to lower down. Take a breath. Inhale, lift the head and chest, lift the arms, raise the legs. Now this time really engaging your glutes, so your hips are switched on. You can feel your hamstrings working. Your thighs are squeezing, pointing into your toes, and then your chest and your upper body, your back are all working as well. Holding here for a little bit longer this time. See if you can lift just a little higher. And slowly release. Arms down by your sides. I'm keeping a bit of a sphinx position because if I press my mic into the mat, it mutes. So I will just stay a little bit lifted. But you guys go nice and heavy. Let your whole body be heavy and gently rock your hips from side to side to help relax through the lower back area. And now you can go either flip over onto your back for bridge pose or try this fun, challenging pose, which is to bring your heels into your hips, so bending through the knees. Bring the feet in nice and close and reach your arms back just like we were doing. So you're going to reach for your ankles. And one of the little tricks with this pose is to flex your feet, and then you have a nice grip around your ankle. And also, it just helps with alignment and engagement in the pose. So, feet are flexed, and you're going to send the soles of your feet up toward the sky. And that's going to help you lift through your chest. And once you're starting to lift, then see if you can raise the thighs up off the floor, lifting through the chest. Arms and shoulders are working. And if you can rock backwards and forwards a little, massaging your organs. Holding here for 2 more breaths. See if you can lift just a little higher. And release. Lower your legs. Arms down by your sides. Turn your head to one side and relax. Now turn your head to the other side for 2 more breaths. And come over onto your back. And drawing your knees in toward your chest. We won't take our hands around our knees just yet. Making some small circles, some smirkles, some small circles with your knees. Rotating your knees round and round and feeling that gentle massage through your lower back area, your sacrum, and back in the opposite direction. You can start to make your circles a little bigger if you like. Bring your knees back to center, hugging your knees in, taking your hands in front of your knees and clasping your hands together, raising your forehead up toward your knees, lengthening your tailbone down toward the floor. Relax. Lower your feet to the floor, taking your feet as wide as the mat and rocking your knees from side to side. We'll just do 2 each side, and then we'll go into a full spinal twist. Good. And come back to center. Extend the right leg, bending the left knee, taking your left knee across your body, and extending the left arm out in the opposite direction. Turning to look to the left to bring the twist all the way up into your neck. And then using your right hand as a little extra weight on top of your left knee. And you can encourage that knee down toward the floor to increase the stretch and rotation through your spine. So your left shoulder working towards the floor, and then your left knee also working toward the floor in opposite directions. Soft through your belly. And slowly come back to center and change sides. Extend the left leg, bending the right knee, taking it across your body, and reaching the right arm out to the side at shoulder height. Taking your left hand to rest on top of your right knee and encouraging your knee and your shoulder down toward the floor, gazing over to the right. Rotating back to center. Giving your knees one last little hug. And as you are paused here, hugging your knees in, just close your eyes for a moment and check in with your body. Notice how your body's feeling after your practice, and also observe, is there any final stretches or poses that your body is craving? And feel free to take a moment for yourself to stretch or move in whichever way your body is craving. My body's only craving Shavasana in this moment, so I'm ready to lie flat and starfish shape, arms and legs out. So whenever you're ready, making yourself comfortable for Yoga Nidra. And Shavasana on your back is the classical position, but feel free to set yourself up either over a bolster, or you can do reverse Shavasana, laying on your belly with your head turned to one side. You might like to do a reclined goddess pose or reclined butterfly. So being open to setting yourself up in a different position, and then giving yourself a couple of breaths to just rest here for a moment. Continuing to lay where you are, feeling the entire back of your body getting heavier and heavier. And feeling as if the entire front of your body is getting lighter and lighter. Completely at rest, with nothing else to do and nowhere else to be. Our asana practice helps us to draw our senses away from the external world, from external sensation seeking and those dopamine hits that we've all become accustomed to. Withdrawing our senses away from everything that's happening around us helps to quiet the mind, because there isn't so much sensory input. And our practice can really help us to build a rich internal life and a peaceful state of mind, which helps us to abide more as the self, abiding in self-awareness, the awareness that I am spirit soul, I have a body, and I have a mind. But these material coverings are not me. They are tools. They are my vehicle in this lifetime. But they're not me. And that practice of withdrawing the senses and quietening the mind really helps us to come back to that place of self-awareness where we are less swept away by and caught up in all the happenings that go on around us day in, day out. The little things, the big things, the overwhelming things. Just knowing that we always have that place within that we can retreat to through the mechanical process of yoga asanas and breathing techniques. We can find our way home to ourselves and the Lord in our heart anytime through these yogic practices. Relaxing your whole body from head to toe, letting your breath be soft and relaxed. Noticing the natural sensations that occur within your body. The gentle prickling sensation of prana and life force circulating throughout your entire body. Noticing the gentle rise and fall of your chest and the satisfying experience of breathing, of simply inhaling and exhaling. Your eyes are closed and heavy. Your mouth is soft and relaxed. Your entire body is heavy and relaxed, and you feel safe and warm. Nothing else to do, nowhere else to be. Simply rest. Starting to come back into awareness of your body by wriggling your fingers and toes. Gently rocking your head from side to side. And starting to breathe in and out with more depth and awareness. And we'll take 5 rounds of Goranga breathing here. It can be nice and quiet, just audible enough that you can hear it so you can stay in that nice relaxed state. Just going in your own breath rhythm, starting by bringing the mantra into your mind, holding the mantra Goranga at the forefront of your mind. And then when you feel ready, starting to bring the mantra into the outward breath. Goranga. 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 Last round. Goranga. If you like, you can stay lying where you are. Otherwise, rolling onto your side and pressing yourself up to sit. We'll bring our hands together in prayer position, bowing our heads to offer our respects to each other. Bowing our heads once more to offer our respects to the Supreme Soul. Namaste.